Okay, guys, so as promised, I am going to teach you a little bit of a tutorial on how to really target your article towards perhaps some buyer keywords. Now, what is a buyer keyword? A buyer keyword is a keyword that people are searching for and they're already in that buying phase. They're already looking for a service or a product, and so they're actually in that phase ready to buy. So, when you write an article, this is how you write an article so that you get a bigger chance of attracting people that want to book your therapy service. So, whether you're massage, psychotherapist, psychologist, hypnotherapist, or you're a yoga instructor, you're running yoga classes, there's little tips and tricks that I want to show you that's going to help you to laser target your content. And by laser targeting that content, you stand a greater chance of success of getting new people through your door or booking with you. And we're going to use our friend here, Lahela. And I'm going to utilize an example of hers. Lahela is a Pilates instructor and teacher, so I'm going to show you how to choose a keyword selection and how we can actually develop that content. Now, I'm not going to write the article, but I'm going to show you the basis of how it's actually done. So, if you go to Google and you search for, say, the keyword Pilates, okay, you see that it's got 186,000 results, and there's a number of searches here. But I use a little tool called Keywords Everywhere, okay, and what it does is it shows the relevant keywords that's also there. So also, obviously we can't rank for Pilates, it's going to be too hard, but we want to look for something that people are in the buy-in phase. So it could be, local massage therapist, or, massage deals near me, or it could be a Pilates class near me, or local Pilates classes. So what we're going to do is something like somebody who you're going to think like someone who's searching. What are they going to search for? Well, they might search for a local Pilates class, okay? And then we're going to just put that in Google, and we're going to see what it brings up, okay? Now it's going to probably choose my area here. That's not really what I want, because I'm doing this for Lahela and she's in Hawaii. But you'll get the idea as it searches. Now, it's taking a while because we've got obviously a winter storm, and I'm on satellite internet, and the satellite internet's absolutely terrible here. I just can't get anything done properly. But anyway, you'll see as it's loading up. So obviously, because it's going to pick up my area here in North Carolina, wherever you are situated, then Google is going to pick up, it's going to geo-target where you are. So when you're looking for a local Pilates class, or you're looking for a massage service, or a local therapy practice, you're going to be looking in the local area. And so that's what we kind of want to do. That's what we want to do now, okay? Let's just make sure that this is going here. I'm just going to pause this. Okay, so as you can see here, this Keywords Everywhere has pulled up. We need to see that in my local area there's 320 searches a month here. And it's also given me related keywords: Pilates near me, Marathon Pilates. Okay, this is Franklin, Tennessee. I'm not in here, but it's picking up areas. Okay, and then you'll see as if we go down here, okay, what it's actually picking up is obviously there's not a lot of Pilates in this area, but it's picking up a local Pilates class. So this is people that are ranking for local Pilates. Find a Pilates class near you, etc., etc. So what it also tells me is that this is not a massively heavy keyword, and that you have a good chance in being able to target this. Now, anything on the lower scale here, you see how this is 17 and this is 23. It kind of means that this is going to be the competition is higher here than it is here. Okay. you could literally rank for Pilates in West Nashville, basically, and I think it's because the satellite's picking this up, because there is no competition really. So you could, but again, you don't want to rank for that because there's no volume of searches, okay? Anything above 10 upwards, and you've got a chance of actually getting some new traffic in here. So, local Pilates class, 320 a month. You know, that might be 300 a month or 400 a month. It might be different in your area, but it's a fairly good keyword to target, okay? So what I would do is I would take this keyword and, you know, obviously check the competition. Now, if I wanted to save this, I mean, this is another tutorial about how to actually use the keywords everywhere, addition to your browser extension, as it's called, okay? But I just want to have a good idea of this. So local Pilates class seems to me there's a good enough amount of searches that's going to be there. So I would think I could target this. All right, I'm not going to rank for it instantly. It's not going to happen. It takes a little bit of time and a little bit of work. But the more content that you have in your profile and on your website, the bigger chance you have of actually getting conversion traffic. You know, there's a big difference, guys, between having 1,000 people visiting your website and then going off your website and not converting, to having 10 people go on your website and 2 of them actually becoming new clients. It's better to have less is more. You're looking for quality rather than quantity. It's not about how much traffic you get, because we could say, my site gets 50,000, my site gets 100,000 visitors a month. Great. But if the 100,000 visitors a month are not doing nothing or converting, it don't really mean anything. And if you're a local business, that's different. If you're like, you know, I have a magazine, and that magazine does get, you know, thousands and thousands and thousands of hits, but that's a readers, you know, people are reading articles. It's not about a local business converting. This is actually about putting information out there. So that's an idea that, you know, traffic's important there, and it can help people generate traffic and interest to their websites. But this is, you're a local business, you're a local therapist, a therapy practice, and so you want to convert your visitors into long-term customers, or you obviously want them to pick up the phone or email you or booking, and we can show you later on how to put actually a booking script in there. So we're going to target this. This looks quite good, so we're going to go for local Pilates class. So let's go back into Lahela's here. And as we did before, and we talked about how to write all these articles and how to develop these articles, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make sure we're not publishing it just now. We always must have a picture, and that picture should be a picture of your local Pilates class or whatever it is, and it should have an alt tag behind that. And of course, that being said, you also, if it's too small, it's not going to show up in search engines, and if it's too big, it's going to slow down your system. So what we want to do here is we're going to put here, and I'm actually going to leave this for Lahela to pick up, and I'm not just going to put in local Pilates class. We're going to put something else a bit more descriptive, okay? So let me do something. And Lahela, you're watching this, you can change this, but I'm going to say local Pilates class gets you back to health, okay? And then so what we want to put in our smart tags here is local Pilates class, okay? Okay. And then we can put variations of that, okay? We could put local Pilates class near me. And then you're hitting both, and then it could be just, and then say Pilates class just for now, okay? You can add more variations and stuff, but that seems to be quite good. Okay, now we're going to go into our content. Now, let me give you a little bit of a tip. Good quality content is a mixture of text, visual representation being images, and you can have audio, or you can have, I mean, it's great to put a podcast in there, or video. Video is awesome to do, and obviously you can put your images and your videos in here. Now, I'm not obviously going to write this article out, but the other thing that I want to do is maybe make sure that within these articles that I write, I break them down with the H1 to H6 tags, and these are heavy weighted like titles, and they get picked up, they get read easier by the search engines, and you get relevancy. Okay, you have a relevancy score, and depending on certain other factors like backlinks, quality of the article, that kind of thing, and your alt tags and your images, and internal linking structure, all that goes towards making it a good piece of content that will rank. But the great thing is, and the most important thing is this meta title and this meta description. Keywords do still have a good relevance, but they're not as heavily as important as the content this day and age. Okay, but writing, choosing a piece of content, and I want to say to you, when you're writing a piece of content, if you write only about 300 words or something, the search engine knows that you're actually writing 300 words just to be able to get a link here. So what you actually need to do is to write a substantial amount. So a minimum of 500 words, and I would say a maximum 1200. You don't want to bore people, but 750 to 800. That's a good midway point of getting that right content now. The content structure, and it takes a bit of time to write an article, but the benefits of writing a really good article, getting it ranking in your area, it's going to get you business. Okay. So you would start writing something like this. So maybe this title here then would be local Pilates classes. So you see how we're changing it in, and then wherever your area is. Okay, so your area, so this will be Lahela's area, and then maybe you can do your benefits of Pilates, so that's changing as well. And then you can do maybe another title like this saying local Pilates, say like this, class members enjoy the benefits or enjoy the class or something. Okay, so you can change this to whatever you want, and then maybe what you can do is write a paragraph and have some quotations from some of your students, your classes that are people that like them. So it could be something like Susan recently came to her local Pilates class, and she enjoyed it so much that she brought her family or she brought her friends in, and they said this or they said that. So you build out each paragraph, 3 to 5 paragraphs with different titles is what you want to do. Okay, now if you do say local Pilates class in the area, what I would tend to do is to make sure that this is a heading 2. Okay, and these can be heading 2s as well, but I normally go 3s and 4s, so depending on how important it is. So this maybe would be a local heading 2 as well, and then this maybe be your third one, because you can see what I've actually done is these are 2 heavyweight titles, okay, that have benefits and in the area, and these are what you want to try and get together. The third one here is like what's called a long tail phrase, or a low hanging fruit phrase, that people might also find. And this is telling the story. So you've got your introduction, why they're looking for local Pilates classes in the area, or local Pilates class in Hawaii. This class has been going for so many years. Just build out your content, and obviously put a nice image. You've got a nice image there. Put a nice image halfway down, okay. And when you put the image halfway down, make sure that when you bring it up, like I've shown you before, let's just take any. Let's see if we can get a yoga image or something. Okay. Let's just take any kind of image here. Let's just do. Let's just take this yoga icon image. Okay, let's put this in. I know this is Pilates, but you'll see as it's loading. Okay, and it depends on the signal here because of the snow and stuff. But as this loads up, it's then going to give us the ability to put in our alt tags. Okay. and that's where we're going to add in that keyword as well. Okay, so what I want to make sure that I do is, you see here, this is where I can add a link to my website or add a link to another piece of content. When I hit this alternate text here, this is this information text, then what I want to do is say put in this keyword local Pilates class. Okay, and because this is your area, it's going to target in your area. Update it, and now you have that local Pilates class in that area there. Okay, so you build out, you start to see that you're developing a really good quality piece of content. Okay, so you've got your titles, you've got an image here, and you've got an image up there, and then what you do is you put in your title here and your meta description. Now your meta description should be not really short. It should be long enough to be able to target the information. So I would do something, I mean, it's 155 characters, 160 characters really. This needs to be updated a bit more. And then obviously your keywords. This part, the meta description and the meta title, are majorly important. Okay, so what I would do is put in local Pilates class. Okay, in whatever area is your title. Okay, and then maybe here you would say, looking for a local Pilates class. Consider our Pilates studio in such and such an area. Now you don't have to write it like local Pilates class in such and such, just because that's a bit spammy. Looking for a local Pilates class near you. Then consider, and then consider the Pilates studio, boom, in such and such an area. Okay, in whatever area, and then a little bit more. A wonderful local Pilates studio teaching. Okay, teaching regular classes, see your schedule, that kind of thing. It's got to be half decent. You've got to have half decent meta description there, and there's some other little tools that are available on the net to test your meta description out, and we can look at that later. But now I don't want to keep the tutorial going on for too long, but you can see how we are starting to build this out. Okay, and then so go over it, make sure that you've got a good paragraph here, a good paragraph on the benefits, a good paragraph on there. And then what you want to make sure that you do is, like I've said in the other articles, is whatever your content is, okay, you want to make sure you've got at least 3 links in that content. I'm not going to go into ratios and how the weight of the keywords and the how it, what kind of percentage and ratio that you should have. That can get a bit confusing for you. But what I would say is this, okay? You want 1 link to your website, okay? And then you want to have 1 link to your profile or something on here on HTD, to your profile, or maybe your video, or your another image in your image gallery, something like that, okay, that has relevancy to your class. And then you want to have an outward bound, you can have 1 or 2 outward bound links to some really good information. So it could be Wikipedia, or it could be the Pilates Center in New York, or magazine, or whatever you want to do. And that's going to give you good quality links back to not only your website, but it's also you're going to have links that are going out to authoritative websites as well. So you're not just spamming or writing this content just in order to rank. The other thing you need to make sure that you do is the content that you give has to be beneficial to people. I mean, if you write something boring, they're not going to really read it. So make something, make it exciting, make it emotional. I'm always talking about emotional connections. Make an emotional connection to work with this content. And so you'll find that when people are more interested in it, then they're going to share it, because they're going to share it. And also, when you've got a really good piece of content, we're going to share it. We're going to take that and we're going to put it into our system, and we're going to share it, and you're going to get social signals back and a lot more benefits therein. So, okay, so now we've got our links. Okay, we've done these links. I'm sure I've showed you this before, but just to quickly link to it, you just go to here and then go up to your links. Here, boom. And put in your link and open a new tab if it's going to go to a new website, or if it's going to go into this website, then just leave that blank. Okay. Then essentially a great thing to do is to take one of your videos from YouTube or Vimeo and add in your video at the bottom. Okay. Sometimes you can put it at the top, but sometimes it can look a bit weird if you've already got an image up there. You know, so I like to put it at the bottom, because then it gives somebody something to watch. And as they're reading through the article, they might go to the video and sit and watch it, and that's going to give them good time on your thing. So, if we take one of, let's just actually look for now. I've probably not saved this, so I'm going to lose it. But let's look at this, okay? When you've written a good piece and you've started to write properly targeted content, people are going to read and they're going to go onto your article. Now what we have is they're going to be able to contact you directly from your article, or go straight to your listing, or even just send you an email directly from your article. Okay, so the benefits here now of actually targeting that article, and it's not, you could write an article about any part of health and it might not necessarily get you clients in your local area, but if you start picking those really important articles for your clients, so looking for massage deals in Texas, some area there, or Asheville here, it could be local yoga class Hendersonville, yoga class Hendersonville, whatever it is, plus the town, or the town plus your title, is really what's going to be and you have to look at the buyer intent. The buyer intent is the keywords. If they're looking for a class, it means they want to join a class. If they're looking for a therapist, if it's a psychotherapist or anything like that, they're going to look in their area for that local service. So if you're a therapist and you have a local service and you're trying to book clients, then start to write your content around your area. And even your events in your area, you write your content around your area. That is really going to help you target that local area massively. And remember, if you get stuck with anything, then you can come back. We're going to have a new system down here shortly, but you can come back, hit us up, and we'll actually help you. But you see, these articles are great. Can I approve carpal tunnel? But what if someone in Colorado is looking at that and they want to book you, but you're in Hawaii, so they can't do that. So mix and match your content for your area, okay? So this here, Lahela's spine class, debuting in Club, we could probably optimize this a little bit more. Let's just have a quick look at Lahela's here. Optimize this a little bit more for the local areas. So we would change this. You see how these got, we could change this and really, really make this a really good piece of local content by changing the title a bit better and targeting the keywords a little bit more. Remember about that. Go and put this up there, your keyword, the keyword addition, the extension, add it up there. That'll really, really help you. And it also has a new thing with the actual keyword extension where you can do some SEO work and stuff with it as well, if you understand that. But if you choose your articles, let's have a look. We'll have a look for let's say a yoga. Let's say yoga class near me. You see how that's showing up here? Yoga class near me. Okay, they're trying to think like a human being. Okay, boom, and then it's showing me local yoga classes. Okay. in the areas, and then you can see, you know, where we're choosing. And the reason it's choosing Nashville is because I'm actually on a hotspot on a phone in the area, but it's picking up the area, and it's picking up where we are, and it's picking up. So we can look at these hot yoga near me. Now, if you were a hot yoga studio, or you were doing a hot yoga class, you could write 3 different articles, okay, that can target local customers, and you will rank in those areas, and they will find you, and they will more than likely book you. Now, it's not just a case of, like I said, you don't just pick one article, okay? We don't just want to pick one article. We want to pick a couple of articles. So where we did before with Lahela, and we put in local, and I didn't save that, so we lost all that information, but where we put in local Pilates class near me, then we could have another article interlinked, and we could write another one about benefits of Pilates in your area, okay? And then you can link to those 2 articles within the system, not only on your website, but within the HTD system, and then you're getting relevancy between those 2 articles, okay? So that's very simple, how to choose a local type keyword to attract local business. If you've got any questions, hit us up. The more questions you ask, the more you're going to learn, and I don't mind teaching. God bless. Have a wonderful day, guys.